In this video, I'm going to show you how to apply and modify slide transitions. Now, a slide transition controls how your slides change from one to another during a slideshow. And you can only apply one transition per slide. Now, I've opened up the Epcot presentation, and I'm going to start working from slide 1. So when applying a transition to a slide, the first step is to click on the slide that you want to apply the transition to. So I'm already on slide 1. And then click on your Transitions tab, and you'll notice the biggest group is the transition to this slide group. And if you click the drop arrow, you'll notice that there are 3 different categories of transitions: subtle, exciting, and dynamic content. Now they all work the same. It's just a point and click. And if you hover over any of them, it gives you a little description of what that transition is going to look like. I'm going to go with the curtains. And there's a little preview of what it looks like. And depending on the transition that you select, you may also have effect options that you can work with. Now, I chose a transition that does not have effect options, but when I apply my next one on slide 2, I'll make sure I get one that has effect options. Now, I can also adjust the timing of my transition and apply a sound to it. A sound is done just by clicking the sound drop arrow and choosing what you'd like. I'll go with applause. Duration is how long it takes the transition to start and finish. Mine is 6 seconds. Apply to all will apply this transition to every slide. And then on the advanced slides section, by default, I have on mouse click, which means I have to click my mouse to transition from one slide to another. If I want, I can check this button off and set a timing so that it'll move automatically. I'm going to apply a transition to slide 2. So I'm clicking on slide 2. And this time I'm going to go with random bars. Gives me my little preview. And this time I have an effect option. I can choose if my bars are vertical or horizontal. So I'll change it to horizontal. And on this slide, I'm going to change it from on mouse click to after, and I'll make it fast, 2 seconds. And I also want to point out, if I've applied a transition and I want to get rid of it, all I got to do is click none on the selected slide. Now, before I go to my slideshow and run it with these transitions in place, I want you to notice that underneath the number 1 and the number 2, I have this little star icon, and that indicates the presence of some kind of animation, whether it be a transition or an animation to content on the slide. Now, to see my transitions, I can do that from the slideshow, or from the Transitions tab, I can click the preview button. I'm going to do it from my slideshow. So I'm going to click slideshow from beginning. There's my first transition. Now I'm going to click my mouse and move to my next one. And I'm not going to click my mouse and it's going to move to the next slide. I'm just going to hit escape to get out of my slideshow. So as you can see, transitions are easy to apply and they do make a nice effect for a slideshow.